What is up, YouTube? Silver Dragons here, and in this video we're going to unbox some silver, and also we will be talking about the minimum amount of silver you should have in your stack. This should be your first goal to obtain this number of ounces. Alright, let's do it. Thank you so much for watching my video. I do sincerely appreciate it. If you want to learn more about investing in precious metals, or if you just want to watch awesome videos about gold and silver, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, so first things first, let's get this silver unboxed. I'll show you what I picked up, and then we'll talk about the minimum amount of silver you should have in your stack. Alright, I think that should do the trick. Wow, look at all this silver in here. Now we're talking. We got a nice little assortment, and I'll go through all of this, but most of it should be 1 ounce buffalo rounds. I picked these up private party. These are the Don't Tread on Me silver rounds. That's pretty fun, kind of cool to spice it up every now and again. Game Stonk. Alright, that's pretty cool. Do you remember when everyone was investing in GameStop with the whole Wall Street Bets crew? How long ago was that? Was that a year ago, 2 years ago? My goodness, time certainly flies. But anyway, let me actually open these up, take them out of the flips. Alright, so I got 10 of the Buffalo silver rounds here. These are great for silver stacking. Typically, you can get them for a fairly low premium, and it doesn't matter who mints the Buffalo rounds. As long as they're real silver, who cares, right? I mean, an ounce is an ounce. So stacking silver rounds, definitely a great way to go. We got 10 of those. I got 4 of the Don't Tread on Me and 2 of the Game Stonk silver rounds for a total of 16. Now, there is one extra one here, and real quick, I just want to mention, this one I got for free. So what I'm going to do is add this to the charity auction, which will be right here on my YouTube channel on November 18th, 2022. So every single penny from that auction is going to go to the Wounded Warrior Project. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you have any precious metals that you want to donate to be auctioned off, feel free to shoot me an email. It's just silverdragons47@gmail.com. And if you want to show up and bid on stuff in the auction, it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so let's get back to the video. What is the minimum amount of ounces you should have in your stack? So if you're just starting to purchase physical silver, or if you've never bought silver before, what should your initial goal be? Now, the number I came up with is actually, coincidentally, the same number that was my original goal when I started stacking silver, and some of you will know this, but the goal was 40 ounces. So I wanted to stack 40 ounces of silver because I felt like that was a good starting place, a good base. And there's a few reasons for this number. And I just want to mention that I actually was able to stack my first 40 ounces of silver, and all the money I used to stack that silver with came from recycling cans. So I didn't have any extra money, and I had to sort of grind and figure out a way to kind of come up with a side hustle to get money for my silver. So if I was able to do it, I know you can do it as well.
Get ready for SD Bullion's Monster Box Sweepstakes that includes 500 Silver Eagles. You could be the next lucky recipient of a phone call like this.
This is Dr. Tyler Wall, CEO of SD Bullion. Well, I'm calling you to let you know that you won the SD Bullion giveaway of a Monster Box of Silver Eagles.
So click the link below for your chance to win.
But the reason I initially picked 40 ounces was because this number did not seem too daunting. If I was to go for 100 ounces of silver, I felt like that would take me quite a long time. If I were to go for 50 ounces of silver, well, that was not going to fit in these tubes, right? So this is a tube that holds 20 silver rounds. And to go for 40, it would just be 2 tubes. I mean, that is all you'd have to stack right there. So I felt like multiples of 20 were better than some other arbitrary number because I was buying silver rounds when I first started. So I figured, let's go for 40. Now, since then, I've had a lot of time to think about it, and I have come to the realization that if silver is $25 per ounce and you have 40 ounces of silver, then this would equate to $1,000. And $1,000 is the amount that Dave Ramsey recommends saving up before you start paying off credit cards and then really start saving some serious money. So for Dave Ramsey, if $1,000 is a good starting place for your sort of emergency fund or your initial savings, then I think 40 ounces of silver is a great starting place as well. Now, obviously, you could save up 40 ounces of silver and $1,000 in cash. There's no reason you can't do both. But if I could only pick one or the other, I would definitely go with the silver, because if you keep this for any sort of duration of time, inflation is going to eat away at the buying power of your dollars. Silver is a much better savings account because of the inflation factor, but also because if you do have an emergency, you're going to be able to sell your silver for cash. But if you just have something that you kind of want to buy, it's not an emergency, but it's just something that you want, but you probably don't need. Well, if you had cash, you would just buy it. If you had silver, you'd have to go down to the coin shop, sell your silver, and it would be this whole thing. I mean, it's not impossible to get money for your silver. It's just that there's a barrier in place. So when it comes to having a savings account, especially an emergency savings account, I definitely think that silver is the way to go. Now, obviously, you can stack more than 40 ounces. For me, this is just a starting place. And the types of silver that I recommend stacking are generic silver rounds and silver bars. I like the 10-ounce silver bars the best. So let's see what 40 ounces of silver would look like. Get rid of that one. So we got 10 ounces here. Add these 4 and the game stonk. Now we just need 4 more to complete that tube. There you go. That's 20 ounces of silver in silver rounds and 20 ounces of silver in silver bars. So right there, that is the minimum amount of silver that I think every stacker should go for. This should be your initial goal. And then once you get to 40 ounces of silver, there's no reason you can't push and try and get to 100 ounces of silver, maybe 1,000 ounces of silver. I know there's some people out there who are in the 10,000 ounce club. Really, you can stack as much as you want, but for a starting place, you really should try to get to at least 40 ounces. In the words of the writer Franz Kafka, it's better to have and not need than to need and not have. So if you had stacked that silver, you will be happy that you did if you ever need it. Anyway, how many ounces of silver do you think should be a good starting goal or a minimum for someone's stack? Feel free to leave a comment down below in the comment section. Lastly, I want to say a massive thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you all in the next one. Silver Dragons, out.